We start decorating probably the end of August, 1st of September.
Denise Dexter has one important job during the holidays. She turns the hospital into a magical place for patient families.
I love to be a fly on the wall and walking through and hearing people and they don't know who I am.
Dexter has been the facility design director at Children's for 26 years. She's seen firsthand how the decorations can help.
One of my fondest memories actually happened last year, and I was busy decorating a tree down the hallway, and I see a dad, and he has his phone out, and he's FaceTiming his son here in the hospital, and he's doing close-ups, and they're talking, and I could hear the little boy, and oh, Daddy, I love that, I love that. And he did it because his son wasn't well enough to come down.
Dexter's inspiration for the decorations comes from items she already has, and she also turns to the social media site Pinterest for some ideas. Another source of inspiration comes from a group of volunteers who come on Monday evenings.
If I didn't have volunteers, this couldn't happen. Their creativity, their hard work, their dedication, they love it, they're inspired by it. Great group of people.
This is my first time that I've volunteered for Children's.
Kay Mickle is one of those volunteers. She's from the Church of the Highlands Oh Christmas Tree group. She says she's helped with everything from decorating trees to making snow. Mickle also knows how hard it can be for a parent who has a child in the hospital.
At 13 months, my son was brought here in my car with meningitis, was diagnosed very shortly thereafter, and he was in a comatose state. After 2 weeks, he came from being comatose into being ready to go again. He regressed a little bit, but he's now about to turn 32 years old.
Mickle says the family's time at Children's also influenced another aspect of her life.
By my son being here at 13 months, I think that God was actually providing a way for me to better understand my students and their families' needs when they were in the hospital or when they had to go to extended appointments.
Mickle recently retired, and she says she's now looking at giving back to places that have served her and her family as well as her students. This led her to Children's, and now she's working to make the holidays brighter for the patients.
At Christmas, it's always such a busy time. There's a lot of hustle and bustle for families and things that we have to do. But it was just such a great time for me to be able to think of others and think of the families who are not going to be able to be at home.
Mickle is not the only volunteer who's thinking about the patients and looking for ways to cheer them up during the holidays. James Jones is another.
And they can walk down the hall and see something that can make them smile, and to know that we're just a little bitty part of that is really, it's a great thing we can do for a child's life.
Jones is a Central Alabama teacher. He says the level of commitment and compassion the hospital provides for children across the state motivated him to volunteer, but it's what he has gained that he will never forget.
The camaraderie and the relationships you develop with these people that I didn't know when I got here, and now we're all very close friends.
After all the trees have been decorated, the wreaths have been hung, and the scenes have been set, Dexter and two of her elves say the reason for the decorating season all comes back to one holiday wish.
I hope that the families are able to have a wonderful Christmas because of what we've done, and it'll bring joy to all the different families, even more than something that it does for me.
If your child or your family comes to Children's Hospital, we want to make sure that when they walk through those doors, whether they come for an hour or a day or a week or a month, that they feel safe and they feel comfortable.
I always think, what if it's a child's last Christmas? What can I do that would make it over the top? And that's why I do all this, is for the kids.